Action! Today I feel very honored to be doing this video, and someone had asked me for help. I mean, whether it's real or not, I took it and I put it upon myself to give someone help. And this does has to do with the ghost, and to find out, when someone has a ghost encounter, but this one ain't too nice. I mean, hopefully the advice I had given will help. If not, I have to move on to the next step. But I'm hoping it ain't like this story I covered from a couple brothers in Florida. Go figure, I'm down in Florida. I'm watching TV and this story comes up about two brothers and the Shadow Man. And it was 1969 when these brothers came encountered to a dark entity. Which I'm hoping this next person ain't going through the same ordeal, but I think you'll get through it. Because as you can see, I had to lay out the map in this one. And up top in the left-hand corner is Lake City. Yeah, Lake City. Keep wanting to call it City Lake. Lake City. Down below, to your right, is Lake Worth, Florida. It just kind of, though, seems pretty funny that both titles of the town hold the lake. So I get this email a few days ago, and like I said, I'm very honored. Hope what advice I gave you, my man, works. If not, we'll get through this. But I get a comment the other day about someone getting scratched and having a problem in their house, I believe, with a smoke detector. I'm sure that was on that smoke detector, ghost and smoke detector video I made. Now, briefly, I'll go over that the smoke detector one night, no smoke, no carbon monoxide, just happens to randomly just want to go off. And I don't know what the hell I was thinking, and it still baffles my mind. I just got done telling the story yesterday, actually to my therapist. I don't care if they think I'm crazy or not. I don't care if anybody thinks I'm crazy. I'm not. And I know ghosts exist. If you don't believe in ghosts, spirits, entities, whatever the hell may be, then you're just a damn fool. Because they're real. And when they want to make themselves known, so be it. And, I don't know, but that night, because I do a lot of cooking, and my wife, sometimes you get them, if you cook like in the oven and you happen to overflow a pan in the oven, baking something, the stuff gets stuck at the bottom. You're letting out all this smoke because it's burning. Right, you get the smoke detector to go off. So, when that happens, I have to grab a fan. I put it up. I either grab a fan, stick it on the table or something and make sure it's blowing up towards the smoke detector so whatever's going in and making it go off will blow out. Or I'll take a shirt. Yeah, just bit my tongue. Damn it. Or I'll take a shirt and I'll whip it around in a circle under the smoke detector until it, whips out whatever's going up there. Open a window, whatever. And that night, mind you, waking up like 2:45 in the morning. Smoke detectors. I run downstairs. I just don't know why I did this. And I'm taking a shirt and I'm whipping it around. I'm thinking, I'm cooking, right? Just something asinine. Because I get that stuck in my head, the thing goes off, I'm cooking, I whip the shirt around, put the fan on, but then I stop and I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing? Come on, what? Yeah. But yeah, it started to dawn on me. Because you get up in the middle of the night, dead sleeping. You ain't thinking with a full deck. Don't care who you are. So it is kind of comical. I wish I could have recorded myself doing that. It'd be a good video to friggin' make a fun of myself. Dumbass. But anyways, I'm thinking there ain't no smoke. And I don't smell gas, even though you can't smell it. But if I smell a gas leak from like the gas stove type thing or deal, because, when you got them stoves, the gas stoves, if you turn it on too long, right, you smell the gas and the flame don't ignite. I didn't smell that, because that's what we had, a gas stove. So I'm wondering, what the hell was this? And it went off for at least, I'd say 30 seconds, 40 seconds. And then it, just stopped. No one woke up but me. I don't know. I don't know how anybody didn't wake up, but even my wife said she didn't hear it. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, am I really dreaming this? But I wasn't, because I was standing there thinking to myself, you dumbass, why are you waving the shirt around? I ain't even know. You ain't even cooking. So I eventually just, oh man, there was something in that house. I know that ever since the day we moved in. I mean, I watched my son when he used to sleep with us, because he was a toddler then. Me and my wife sit up in his bed. On the side of our bed, we had a little bed for him. Screaming and staring at the corner of a wall. And shrugging his shoulder back like something would, right? Nothing there. My wife had a jar, I have a video up of it, that slid off the refrigerator. Like I said in the video, I put this glass jar on top of it because the little one always got a hold of it, in fear of him dropping it, breaking it, get glass all over the place, cut his feet, blah, blah, blah. I put it up on the fridge. And when I did that, I made sure that I checked, and I bumped that fridge. I bumped it. I nudged it. I did everything I could to see how much force it would take for that to knock off. I had it in the back of my mind. I got kids. They run in there, they bump this fridge, it's gonna fall. And the place in the kitchen was very tight quarters. I mean, very tight. So, it's like, it never moved. Never moves. I'm all right. So I pushed it back as far as I could. I used to collect other stuff on the fridge. Everybody puts stuff on the fridge. So when you got little ones, you don't want them touching something, you gotta put it on the goddamn fridge. So that being said, and one day I went to go to the store, forgot an ingredient. My wife's in the kitchen preparing something. All of a sudden she said they heard that, literally slide off the top of the fridge. No one was near the fridge. The only two in the house was my oldest son and my wife, and the other ones were outside playing in the backyard. My oldest son, I think he was out with a friend also. No one was in the house but my wife and son, and they were standing by the counter nowhere near the fridge. I had went to the damn store, and she said it slid right off, broke right behind her back on the floor. And when I got back, she's all, and she said she saw an orange light form and cross the wall to her left. So with the smoke detector, I looked up on stuff on that. And all this haunting stuff. And you had some damn paranormal activity. Come to find out, and it happened with this story down here on Lake Worth, their smoke detectors would go off. And what it became of a ghost story and haunting became of the Shadow Man. And this Shadow Man is a dark entity that loves to feed off your fear and feed off your emotional anger, all your emotions. So these kids' father didn't know how to deal with his anger, and that led the Shadow Man to focus on him being the enforcer of the kids and everything, to make him do crazy things. Just like they got in trouble one time and got put outside to sleep, mind you. So all this crazy stuff, and the kids saying stuff like this, the thing walking on the wall, the smoke detectors going off, no fire. It's led them to believe, and they did a cleansing of their house. They're paranormal investigators now, mind you. And yeah, they say that this thing fed off negative energy, fear and negative energy. So, enduring all this and finally be rid of it, What the hell? Hang on a sec. I'm starting to lose where the hell I'm going with this. Leads me to believe. And another thing, that's what it was. When these people were in their house and did a lot of negative things, the arguments between the husband and wife would get strong, and this is what this Shadow Man would do. It would lead everybody to do negative things, eat off the kids' fear, and that's what brought him to keep coming out and exposing himself, the Shadow Man. Or him, it, her, whatever the hell kind of dark entity it was. So I'm hoping this kid up here in Lake City is not encountering something like that. But there's more to Lake City, though. And that's my next step with this help with this person. But right now, I had him do something that I do ritually. When I'm on sacred Native American land, and when I see something or have to go somewhere, I sit down Indian style, I raise my right hand, and if I got internet, I'll play music. So I told him to start off, because not only is Lake City a small town, but it had encountered huge Indian war and part of the Civil War. 1,865 men were killed throughout a Civil War battle there. Native Americans and English fought and killed because there was a Chief Alligator, kind of silly, but protecting his land, getting his land taken from him, led to a war. And he died in that town, mind you. Died of natural causes. So that being said, told this person to do some Indian ritual that I do, start off. But hopefully it ain't nothing bad, like a Civil War person or something that had died and is just not in the right mind because of the war back then, and just peed off. So like I say, I feel honored that someone has come to me for help. I will get this person through it, because I just think all these spirits want is respect. If it's Indian spirits that are trying to, communicate with this person. If it is a dark entity, well, I'll be telling this person to give negative feeling back and to get rid of all fear. No fear needs to run through your body. And that's what I've been learning with myself personally. My wife had a dream, dark entity. I don't know why it went to her, not to me. But told my wife to tell me, literally tell me, stop doing what I'm doing. Something bad's gonna happen. Something bad happen. But, you know what? Why didn't the thing come to me? I think it's got to do with the fact with the way I think and the way I fear nothing. You gotta close out all your fear in life to these dark entities. You can't show one bit of fear. You can't. You can't. Or it takes advantage of you. So, I'm thinking I'll get through this. I feel honored. We're gonna work through this and hopefully, whatever the Shadow Man thing, though, if it is that, let's see what I can do my best to get rid of that out of his way. But other than that, man, that city, Lake City. Keep getting that damn thing, City Lake. But I told the person, is a huge graveyard. The whole city's a graveyard. It's not just individual graveyards. The whole thing was a bloody battle. So he has many entities or spirits that he could be dealing with. But I go with Indian stuff first. Because with my knowledge of what I've been doing and literally going around these days, and pretty much almost every day of my life now I walk out the door, and what I have done is sit there, raise my hand, sit Indian style, play the music of the ancient Indian warriors. I've been noticing a lot of things, especially the owl coming out at day and exposing himself to me. Sacred Indian bird, the hawk, the raven, the crows, all sacred Indian birds. And everywhere I go, every now and then, these damn birds fly over my car, fly up in the air. They literally come out of nowhere. My father has been doing the same thing I did. He's always been looking and searching into Indian stuff. Him more or less looking for artifacts. Me telling the story. And he said that he has never in his life, and he's 83 years old, seen a hawk fly and hover over his head. Because he's not telling the story for the Native Americans like I am. But he used to walk on sacred grounds and look for stuff, and he's found stuff. But the true Indian spirit, like I tell this person, comes from the respect of the spirit. And that's what I've been getting to me from the Indian world, spirit world. That's what I think. And if you're running through sacred land, you always want to pay your respect. Sit down, cross them legs, raise your hand. I even got a picture of an Indian spirit raising their hand back to me. Believe it or not, I don't care. And that's the Carbuncle story, pawn story. Check that out. Anyways, till the next video, be safe, take care, and when something like this occurs, do what I say. I'm for certain it will help, especially in the Native American land. Out.